Hi everyone, this is Chris with The Sports Truth. The truth will set you free, and today we have Boltman for our power ranking.
I am Boltman, son of Zeus, brother of Hercules.
The demigod.
All right. Yes. Okay, so before we get into the top 10, unfortunately, Chargers, you are not in the top 10.
No.
Yes, that's all right. That's
What
all right.
happened?
Okay, so before we jump into there, okay, there's still hope. I've seen countless shows that have already written us off and said the boat is sinking, all right? Is it sinking? Yes, it is sinking.
It is
all right?
sinking.
Okay.
Panic button.
Right. Next 4 out of 5 games will determine our season. Okay,
Yep.
we have the Texans coming up. Then we have, I believe, the Browns, the Seahawks, and the Falcons. Okay, those are all teams that we should beat. But you know how the Chargers are.
Don't. The Texans always own the Chargers though, so I'm a little scared.
Yes.
Organism.
All
I don't know how
right.
to feel.
So hang in there, Charger fans. All right. So let's do Boltman's top 10 power rankings. All right. It'd be so much better if the Chargers were in it, but they're not. Okay?
I know.
All right. At number 10 is another AFC West team. Now, this is a revolving door at number 10. If you're usually at number 10, you're going to go right back out and
Or
drop.
have to rise up.
Or
Yeah,
rise
yeah,
up.
either.
Yeah, for sure. And some teams have already done that.
Yeah.
It's the Broncos. And
Hey.
yeah, exactly. They're 2-1, some ugly wins, but I saw a little bit of the Russell Wilson magic going on late in the 49ers game, and of course he owns them. He's 18-4 against them. But the one thing the Broncos have going for them, after watching that game, they have the best defense in the NFL, or at least
One of the top 3.
One of the top 3.
Easily. Yeah.
Exactly. So everything else will come in time. The chemistry between Nathaniel Hackett, who has given head coaching responsibilities to somebody else as he calls the play, because that's what he's comfortable with as being an offensive coordinator. So if you played as bad as the Broncos and you're 2-1 and you're in the AFC West, you got a good chance to punch that ticket. All right. Number 9, the team that embarrassed the Chargers, 38-10. The Jaguars. If you had told me at the beginning,
That's the noise that the stadium makes when they make a touchdown. Do you know that? Every time they make a touchdown, does the Jaguar thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess I'll be making that noise a lot more.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Chargers.
If you had told me at the beginning of the season that the Jaguars would demolish the Chargers and be
I would've laughed at
2-1 and shut out the Colts, I would have believed that they covered and beat the Colts, but not that they shut them out. They just have one loss against the Commanders at the beginning of the season, but it goes to show you how much of a difference one coach could make, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Staley came on board the Chargers and is changing the whole persona of the San Diego Chargers. Of the Chargers.
Angeles
I refuse to say Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know Boltman.
But I did see the potential in the nucleus, which is the quarterback and coach of a team. You have Doug Peterson, okay?
He's quarterback whisperer.
The quarterback whisperer. He whispered Foles to a Super Bowl. And man, he has been so impressive. Early coach of the year.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And on top of
whispering to
that,
Trevor Lawrence.
they got a good defense.
Yeah.
And things are working. And Trevor Lawrence is a generational talent. So
It's a great defense. They shut him out.
It is.
Like,
You're right. They've allowed 0 points and they've allowed 10 points. So that's a pretty good defense.
No one else
for sure.
That's it.
They got the game of the week, according to Boltman, is the Eagles and the Jags. Oh, no. Or is it the Bills and the Ravens? That's a toss-up. That's a toss-up. What do you say?
You said Eagles and the Rams?
No, I'm sorry. Eagles and the Jags?
Or
Bills and the Ravens?
Call me crazy, but I'm going to say Eagles and Jags.
Okay, yeah.
I'm serious.
Okay, I'll go with you right there. And you know what? Now you have the whole
feeling. Yeah.
Doug Peterson, he won the Super Bowl for the Eagles. Now he heads back to Philly, so I'm sure he knows a lot of their secrets.
He does.
Jalen Hurts is going to put on a hell of a show. It's going to be like a good college football game.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Good. Yeah.
A high
and Bills
story.
and Ravens going to be slower, kind of grind out fast because it's Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. It's going to be like that.
Yeah, but with so you have Trevor Lawrence, a college legend. And then
Jalen Hurts, bad.
Yeah, I mean he won a national championship early on with Alabama. So yes, and I just think the Jags are going to keep on climbing. even if they lose this week to the Eagles, but it should be a good
It'll
game.
be close.
It'll be close for sure. I will take. Oh yeah, and then at the end of the power rankings.
Yeah.
I will give you the 3 teams to take on a 10-point teaser. Okay.
Yep.
Boltman won last week by taking the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Ravens.
Yeah. I wonder who told you that.
Yeah, a little birdie told me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
exactly. All right, number 8, the Packers, the Pack Attack.
God, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Got lucky.
Well, you know what? It sort of happens every year where the Packers get embarrassed in the first game.
Yeah.
And then they bounce back and beat up on the Bears, who they own. And then they
barely win.
Then they barely won. But you know what? They barely won, but I think it was more Tom Brady.
Lost the game for them.
No.
Barely. At the
Well,
end.
yeah, because at one point it was 14-3, and it was Jones or what's the other guy's name? Aaron Jones and Dillon,
something like that.
Yeah, AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
He was on his way to the end zone, and then Vita Vea just knocked him out. I mean, if Vita Vea hits you, I mean,
well, yeah, I'm going down too.
If you have a charging Samoan coming at you, like all 6'1", like 340 pounds with legs like tree trunks,
yeah,
you're gonna get knocked the fuck out. Okay, so it should have been more of a blowout, but it was a close game because Brady made it a close game.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
100%.
Yeah. So the Packers are back in the top 10. All right, number 7, the Super Bowl champs, the Rams. They handled the Cardinals. Sean McVay is 10-1.
Yeah, he owns them.
He owns them, exactly. Yeah. Not much you could do on that one.
No.
All right, number 6. This team, I call the VIP room the top 5. This team fell out of the VIP room, which I'm sure for some people, like Max Kellerman, he would have him at the top of this list.
Of course.
That's Max. He loves Mahomes. That's his homies.
Yeah.
They got careless last week against the Colts. You can almost see this one coming.
There goes the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, a muffed punt, fake field goal. Why are you going for fake field goals? I know it's not your starting quarterback, your starting kicker, but still. A missed field goal, drop passes with Travis Kelce, who never does it.
Which cost him the game.
Yeah, and then you see him yelling with Eric Bieniemy. Now, if Patrick Mahomes is yelling at somebody, he's usually right because that's not who Patrick Mahomes is. He doesn't yell at other people. He's cool, calm, and collective. Okay? So, it's this week they played the Bucks. They both coming off of losses.
Ooh,
Mahomes,
that's a good one.
Yeah, I wanted to say the Bucks at first, but now they're moving the game, I think, to Minnesota, so it puts it in the Midwest.
Yep.
So at least it's in a safe dome instead of it pouring rain.
Oh yeah, the hurricane.
Hopefully
everyone's staying safe.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now we enter the top 5.
VIP room.
VIP room. At the bottom of the top 5 is the Bucks. Okay, mainly not for so much Brady, but for
the
defense.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay, they held the Cowboys to 3 points, then they held the Saints to 10 points, and then they held the Packers to 14 points.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers 14 points. Dang.
Yeah. When you're holding teams to 3 points, 10 points, 14 points, you're doing your job.
Yep.
Not Brady's fault. He either had injuries to Godwin and Julio Jones, and then Mike Evans got kicked out.
Yep.
Because he attacked.
Because he tried to
Lattimore,
defend
Marcus Lattimore.
Yeah, he tried to defend Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly.
Shouldn't do that.
Right.
So that happened.
Cost them the game.
Pretty much.
So there's the Chiefs. And at this point, it looks at the beginning of the season, we were saying that all 4 teams in the AFC West were going to make it. Oh man! Right now, it's sort of looking like the Chiefs, maybe the Broncos if they get their shit together.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that should be a good game. That would normally be the game of the week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bucks, Chiefs.
Yeah.
Brady, Mahomes. Another
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Another AFC Championship. I mean, think of these guys when they cross.
Yeah.
I mean, the world moves.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not. It's the Jags, Eagles. It's the Bills, Ravens. I mean, there's probably even maybe even the Rams 49ers game could get interesting on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Yeah. So still worth watching. It is on Sunday Night Football, so it's you're having to deal with the Sunday night scaries. So,
Niners Rams is Monday Night Football.
Yeah, it's Monday Night Football.
I just called the winner, by the way.
Oh, who's
the
that?
Niners.
Oh, okay.
They won on Monday Night Football last year.
Okay, yeah.
I just know what happens whenever the spotlight's on Shanahan. You know what he does? He pulls out his tricks.
We'll have to see what the Dallas Cowboy super fan that you.
Oh yeah, the one that you barely know of. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
I think he said his name was Dallas Houston.
Really?
That's what he said. Yes.
What a very interesting name.
Yeah, very interesting. He's actually related to Sam Houston.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Santa Ana. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
okay.
It's a true cowboy. I'm sure you're looking forward to having him by your side.
Definitely gonna have to rein him in. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure. Oh my God, Texans. Who do they think they are? And I don't mean the Houston Texans. I mean Texans.
Right. We already know who they
general.
are. They're the orphans, remember?
All right, let's move on with this list.
Right.
Because time is money, okay? And I don't want to waste your fucking time.
Yep.
So here we go. Number 4, the Ravens. Okay? Yeah. Okay.
Lamar Jackson does
Lamar
everything.
Jackson right now is playing better than his MVP season. Okay, when you're playing for a $250 million, $300 million contract, you are going to show. You're going to put your best foot forward. Okay, he had 4 passing touchdowns, and then along with that, 100 yards. This is a quarterback, mind you, and a rushing touchdown. Okay,
it's like Madden numbers. Man.
He did so well that the Ravens defense couldn't fuck it up because they did give up 27 points to Mac Jones in that pathetic Patriots offense. So
poor Mac Jones.
Yeah, and it's funny that number 3 is the team that they're playing, the Bills. Okay, and don't get you guys' panties in a bunch.
Bills Mafia.
The Bills Mafia. Just because I drop you from number 1 to number 3. Okay, it's just what happens. I understand you guys lost 5, 6 defensive starters, which is a lot. But down the stretch, I'm not sure it was Ken Dorsey's fault. That's why he was having a conniption fit.
But you know what's funny, though, is that the Bills are still going to make the playoffs.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. This is, towards the end of the season, this is not even going to matter now. But I got to give everybody their just due. Yeah, exactly. They're fine. Okay. Wow. Number 3 versus number 4, the Ravens. Woo!
Good one.
Game.
It's like college football when you have the top 10 fighting each other.
Yes,
great.
Exactly. All right. Number 2, this team is the best team in the NFC. I have been hooting and hollering since last season about the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. Fly, Eagles, fly. Okay?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yes, you could say that they've played bad teams, but they've taken care of business.
True.
Yes. Overall, I mean, their offense is as good as their defense. Probably the most balanced team.
Yeah, I've said that. They're the most. They have no weaknesses.
They have no weaknesses.
Literally none.
No glaring weaknesses.
You have to beat them with your own sheer skill.
Yeah,
they don't have a weakness.
Exactly. Yeah. So they play the Jags this week, and I think we're in for
that's a good one.
A good game. Yeah. I mean, normally the Eagles would blow out the Jags.
Right.
But
not this time.
These aren't your daddy's Jags, okay? These are the super Jags.
It's like Doug Peterson. Jags.
Yeah. I mean, look, Doug Peterson's changing the culture in Jacksonville, much like Brian Dable, who is a former offensive coordinator for the Bills, is changing the culture in New York. I know they lost to the Cowboys. Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect example.
Yeah,
Mike McDaniels. Yeah. He goes there. He pieces it together.
Yeah.
He gets Tyreek Hill. He gets his former running back, who he's familiar with, Raheem Mostert, which to the untrained eye is just another running back. But if you look at the fine print, he's the guy who got 220 yards and 4 touchdowns in the NFC Championship that propelled the 49ers into the Super Bowl.
And he's super fast.
Seriously. Along with Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds has got some wheels on him. They got a good tight end. They got a good offensive line. They got a defense that's on the border of being elite.
The cuff.
But definitely above average.
Yeah, and they're literally the Niners of the East.
Who's that?
The Dolphins are the 49ers of the East.
Oh, yeah. Were we talking about the Eagles or the Dolphins?
We're talking about the Eagles, but we're already segueing the Dolphins.
Okay, so we'll slip right into the next game, which is, or the next team, which is the Dolphins, okay?
Yeah. And you got to do the waddle. You got a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, the waddle.
You got to do the waddle. You got a touchdown.
Everyone's doing the waddle. I'm disappearing. Where'd Boltman go?
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm waddling back. All right. Woo. Oh, sorry. I'm getting my exercise in.
You are. You're waddling.
I am. All right. The Dolphins at number 1, okay? they have beat the number 3 team, which is the Bills, this past week. Okay, which a lot of people didn't see coming. Okay,
I did.
All right, I think you saw more of a cover. I'm not sure if you necessarily saw a win.
I just saw like they had a chance to win.
They had a chance to win.
Yeah,
and that reason that they have a chance to win is because of Mike McDaniels. Okay?
Yeah, and also because the Bills usually lose to losers and win against winners.
Well, I mean, the Bills had beaten the Dolphins 7 straight times by an average of 19 points. That's why I was riding high on the Bills all week until I got a little memo that says 5 or 6 of their defensive starters are out.
Yeah, and a little birdie also told me.
Yeah, the little birdies, exactly. Listen to the little birdies. But yeah, and then on top of that, the Dolphins rallied in the 4th quarter to beat the Ravens, okay?
They did.
So if the Bills and Ravens are number 3 and number 4 on the power rankings, and the Dolphins beat both teams, and they mishandled, or they handled the Patriots too. They wiped the floor with them. Yeah. So yes, they have the Thursday night game, which your super Cowboys fan will address.
Oh God,
with his picks.
Yeah, exactly it's the Bengals and the Dolphins, right?
Yeah, the Bengals and the Dolphins tonight should be a hell of a game. I'd probably stay away from it as far as betting because Tua's coming back from a back injury, head injury. Who knows what they're lying about, what they're saying. And then you also have Burrow. He came off of a nice 3-touchdown game against the Jets with the season on the line. But last time these two played, Tua and Burrow, it was either a playoff game or a championship game.
I think it was,
Yeah. And one had 4 touchdowns, one had 3 touchdowns. So I'm hoping for a good college football game tonight. I mean, either team could win, but I'm favoring the Bengals a little bit more. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who are you going to pick for your 3 things? For
yes. That's right. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can remember.
All
right. So, I do a 3-team 10-point teaser, okay? 3 is a magical number, okay?
Yeah, it is.
It is the rules of 3. It is the Trinity. It's a special number, okay? 4 is too many. You know how they say, like, the third wheel? Like, there's a couple, and then there's that annoying friend or girlfriend that wants to hang out of the girl, you know?
Yes.
Right? No, the number, you would think 4 is even, but not in my OCD mind, okay? Yeah, it's 3, okay? I lost on 4 the first couple weeks. So, how it works is 3 teams. You got to put up some heavy money, and you get 10 points on each team. So, 1, take the Jags. You will get them at plus 16.5. We already mentioned that this is the game of the week. Game of the weeks don't end in blowouts, right? Most of the time.
No, it's close.
Yeah, exactly. Also, in fact, everybody that I'm taking is on this list. Okay.
Right.
I am going to take the Ravens. They are a home underdog, okay? So they get 3 plus 10, that's 13 points, okay?
Wow.
I could even see the Bills winning this game, but you're not going to tell me with 5 or 6 defensive starters out that you're going to just go in there. I mean, this is the second road game for the Bills, okay? They are beat up from that game, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, there was like late hits and just people laying all over the ground, you know? It was a battlefield, okay? So we have the Jags at plus 16.5, 17. That means that the Eagles would have to win by 17 points for you or me to lose that bet.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, and the Ravens at
13.
Plus 13. Yes.
I don't see that happening either.
Yeah. Okay. And
the last one?
The last one is I'm going to take the Chiefs. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know who's favored in that game. But put 10 points on the Chiefs. The game's no longer in Tampa Bay. They moved it to Minnesota, I believe, or at least that's what I was hearing. So it's a controlled environment, and I just see in that controlled environment the Chiefs, after having a little, what do you want to call it?
Wake-up call.
Yeah, wake-up call, the argument between Eric Bieniemy and Mahomes, you know? Yeah, a little tiff or whatever. So you put that Chiefs offense out there to Travis Kelce and Valdez-Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster and all those guys. I think that they will play pretty well. And their defense has been holding teams, they held the Cardinals to 20.
Yeah.
They held the Chargers to low 20s, and then they held the Colts, right?
Yeah.
So the defense is doing their job, and I just think that Brady's missing too much interior offensive line. Great that you're getting Evans back, but when's Godwin coming back? When's Julio coming back? Not good. You know, they've scored 19, they've scored 20 points, and last week they scored 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Not good. So a super close game, right? Brady,
Yeah.
and Mahomes, and stack the points on the Chiefs. So
I
have
one that's going to insult you, but I'm going to stick another one.
Okay.
Take the Texans over the Chargers.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's
Just
not on the
say
top 10 list, but yes, that is a good one too. You would get them at plus 16.5. And remember last year that the Texans ended up beating the Chargers. Chargers were 13-point favorites, okay? So when you're a 13-point favorite, I mean, you have to put up like $1,000 to win $100, okay?
Right.
Or you put up $100 to win $700 if you're betting on the dog, you know?
Right.
So if you were to ever bet on a dog, I mean, look, the Texans, and give credit to Lovie Smith and his defense and an underrated Davis Mills as part of that fantastic quarterback class.
Yes.
Right? Was that last year? Right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the organism theory.
Yeah.
The Chargers don't do well against the Texans.
For sure. I mean, the Chargers are missing their left tackle. They're missing Bosa for a month.
And
Keenan Allen. I mean, J.C. Jackson still hasn't really played.
He's injured.
And injured.
Quarterback is injured.
Yeah, it's. And the last thing I want to say is that I sort of put the fault on Staley because he forced this issue. Okay,
Yeah.
when you have cracked ribs or bruised ribs, I don't care how much cortisone or what super drug there is out there. It's going to mask the pain, but you can't breathe. You can't throw, okay? I've been watching football for a long time, and I remember the 49ers were playing the Packers when Brett Favre was owning them, okay? Now I think the only one that owns Brett Favre is social media, the IRS.
Yeah.
He took a whole bunch of money from some poor people to put into his one of his projects, so he is in a world of trouble right now, okay? Both his name and his finances. Oh, boy. Anyways, so in that game at halftime, Steve Young had bruised ribs, cracked ribs. They shot him up with some cortisone, put him back out there. They didn't do so well. The Packers won that game.
Of course.
So, same situation with Herbert. Yeah, I think what happened was when Herbert went out there to play, it put pressure on the rest of their system. So I don't think Rashawn Slater gets hurt if Herbert doesn't start. I don't think Bosa gets hurt if they were all trying to make up for the deficiencies of an injured Herbert.
Yeah.
Okay? So sorry, Staley. Hate to tell you this. Okay? If you're watching.
Put your back a bit.
Yeah, but Boltman is saying bad move, okay? Just you're a gambler. You can't help it.
Yeah.
You went too far. So, anyways, Charger fans, the season is still alive. We just need to win 4 of the next 5 games. We could lose to the Broncos because we tend to lose. We split the series, right?
Yeah, usually split the Broncos, yeah.
But is there any reason we shouldn't beat the Texans, the Seahawks, the Browns, and who's the other team? The Falcons.
We have a hard time against the Texans. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
That's it.
So,
it's going to be a close game.
So that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So have the faith, and we will see you next week.